part two to, Native American shamanism, Egyptian occult, Elon Musk, the video game concept, and, the Michael Jackson legacy and the impact of his legacy that he leaves to an extremity where, there's nothing left but variations of one individual's thumbprint. It's like somebody from the 1980s achieving an extremely high score at ping pong, and nobody else could beat it. Oh man, it's exactly as similar and analogical as it sounds. So now, with the idea of all of this knowledge and truth and wisdom coming to light, it doesn't really harm the status quo of the system, any system, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, the mundane. It doesn't really hurt the status quo. Just having it come to light doesn't hurt the quo. Egyptian folklore, the Book of Thoth or in the Book of the Dead, Thoth spoke of a time, a period, a day and age where the knowledge and the jewels of the mystery systems would be common to the commoners. It would be common to the common folk. Fine, like House of Dragons, motherfuckers watching dragons regular. Dragons was like some type of in Game of Thrones, dragons was like rare. There's only 3 dragons left. You only get 3. And in the House of Dragons, everybody got a dragon. Shit, everybody get a dragon. You get a dragon. You get a dragon. You get a dragon. Everybody getting dragons. And if you want to take the script even deeper down, and you want to go to a prequel to House of Dragons, then all of a sudden there's just nothing but dragons. There's talking dragons. It's just dragons. There's no more people. There's just dragons talking. Shit, fucking dragon with a crown on his head. Like, I'm the king of dragons. And there's none but dragons. Dragons walking up on 2 feet. You know what I mean? We're not there to experience it for what it was. To experience Mike for what it was. As millennials, I'm not Gen Z, but as millennials, there comes the topic of race, right? And how race is not discussed in music and in the music industry, in the music business. But for the most part, only one race writes and creates the concepts of the contracts. It's only one race that creates these contracts for the music to even be sold and distributed by the way it's sold and distributed. But it's never spoken about, right? It's kind of hidden closed doors. So now check this out, right? Here's why race matters. And it matters, and Michael Jackson is like any other icon who has transitioned. They are lessons for us to learn from and for us to study. They're examples. So if you have an icon, they're supposed to be an example. So now you have Michael Jackson as an example for millennials and Gen Zs to learn from. We had him go from brown to light skin to white skin to pale skin, right? Now, this was in the 80s, right? We seen Mike. This is we didn't grow up. Millennials and Gen Z, we did not grow up experiencing the first-hand experience, direct experience of Michael Jackson. He was brown, right? Imagine this. Imagine Drake becoming dark skinned. From 2009 to 2024, imagine 2020, about 2018, that nigga was fully dark skinned. Like, we would know that as a period in time. That was a decade where we would have to talk about it. It would be on every news station, every media station, every radio station, all on the internet, every podcast. We would all be talking about, just him going from yellow to peanut butter all the way to Nutella. And we would just be sitting there through the phases like, wow, what the fuck is going on? It's just nothing but speculation. So imagine all of these people, your parents and your grandparents, watching Mike go from brown skin to mayonnaise. And we just like, we can only imagine, we can only speculate, or we can actually go to our parents and our grandparents and ask them like, yo, what was the reception like? What was the reception like watching Mike go from brown to just white? Like just all of a sudden, just like a snap of a finger, like, oh shit. Like what the fuck? He looks the same, he looks good, he looks like, you make it look good. Like you make it look good, but goddamn, like that's such an extreme change in appearance. What was the reaction? What was the general reaction? We can only speculate as millennials and as Generation Z. I'm not Generation Z, but as Generation Z, we can only speculate, right? Because all we have left of Michael Jackson, right, is footage, film, on-camera experiences. And for the millennials, which is like from the 1990 to 2009ers, is what we have left is for millennials is, well, we grew up on Mike White. We seen Mike when we was growing up as children, he was white. But when we seen the film from back in the day as children, we knew he was black. So obviously we had questions. And then we had to go to the mainstream media. We had to go to the beginnings of the internet to find out, and then why he went from brown to white. Now with the Gen Z generation, they already have a wholesome, detailed story on vitiligo, right? They have the understanding, they have the whole 360-degree understanding of vitiligo. All right, he had a disease. He had to, bleach his skin white, pale, because he didn't want to walk outside looking like a goddamn cow from Cow and Chicken. He didn't look like a fucking zebra. You're talking about somebody who had cameras on him as soon as he stepped outside. As soon as he go outside, there's cameras here, cameras there, cameras there. This motherfucker who's always being photographed. All right, he don't want to look like a goddamn cow. Understandable. I'm going to just go ahead and bleach the motherfucker. I'm going to just get rid of the spots and I'm going to just go all in. Fine. That's understandable. Honestly, it's understandable. He wants to keep his appearance professional. At that point, he's a professional at what he's doing. He's professionally known. He's a professional model, an icon, an image, that he's used to. He's used to appearing fully brown skinned. So now all of a sudden this motherfucker just got spots all over. Nah, I'm gonna bleach this motherfucker. I'm gonna be fully white before I just look like a fucking cow, look like a goddamn zebra. We don't know if everybody in the 80s and the 90s took it that way. Like, oh, he's just making an excuse, but they were just like, you know what? Fuck it, you gotta do what you gotta do. You always in front of the camera. You don't want to look a certain way because you're used to looking another way. You're used to looking like how you look good in Thriller, motherfucker. Look, it might look fantastic in Thriller. You look good in Thriller. Then bad, you look the same, but you just lighter. So if you had to do what you had to do, fuck it. We don't really know like our parents know. We don't really know like our grandparents know what it was. But today, it's just easy to accept. All right, motherfucker ain't want to look like the cow from Cow and Chicken. He ain't want to look like the cow from Cow and Chicken. All right, boom. He wanted to just get it over with. He wanted to get it over with. Fuck it. Now, he wanted to get it over with. Nobody knows what's that's like. Nobody knows what's that's like. Like, we not gonna see Drake do that. It's not gonna happen with Drake. It's not gonna happen with The Weeknd. It's not gonna happen with fucking any other R&B singer. It's not gonna happen with them. We're not gonna see a brown skinned motherfucker just appear Caucasian by the end of his legacy, by the end of his career. We're not gonna, to a whole new generation of children growing up into teenagers coming into adulthood, we're not gonna see a Caucasian person just suddenly just appear brown skinned and dark skinned by the end of their career. So the Michael Jackson experience was paradoxical, because white America seen a nigga go from Negro to Caucasian had their own general reception to it. Then you have the millennials and the Gen Z who can only live by the footage and the experiences caught on film with Michael Jackson, and see the brown skin film and footage mixed in with the white and the Caucasian film and footage and go, there's not going to be another wholesome experience like it. There's not going to be another wholesome experience like it. What was it like? Well, damn, you got how are Gen Z motherfuckers not asking? Well, this motherfucker, how are they not asking or not in amazement that this motherfucker can nitpick and know what he likes and dislikes about his own black community, and nitpick and like and dislike what he don't like about white American community and white American culture, because they gotta be receptive and they gotta be responsive and speculative on what him not being white, but his appearance is white. Him being a Negro, him being a black American, African American, but his appearance is white. So it's like he became a chameleon. Mike became a chameleon. So now, if you look at the posthumous of Michael Jackson and his ability to become a chameleon, he was accepted, he was liked, and he was well received. Maybe not the best, but he was well received when he was a brown-skinned African American. As he transitioned, he became more and more and more Caucasian appearing. You know, he slowly got the backlash, the wacko jacko, you know, all the different stereotypes and stigmas. But then when it came time for him to, you know, pass on and transition, his legacy was able to, you know, recalibrate itself and recoup itself. And through the films, through the imaging, and through the experiences caught on camera, the millennials and Generation Z, they get to witness, like, God damn, this was the motherfucker who was accomplishing all of these shits that we are steady seeing the new guys, you know, have to break his records. And we're seeing all of this shit done without computers, without cell phones, without the internet. We seeing his legacy was way larger, more bigger. Everything he did was much bigger than everybody that we have today. And he did it without the internet. He did it without cell phones. He did it without the fucking the YouTube, and without Instagram, without TikTok, without Facebook, without MySpace. He accomplished such a height, you get it? He accomplished such a height for these Generation Z people. I don't know if they're kids or teenagers or adults now. I don't really keep up with Generation Z, teenagers. That they're looking at on social media and they're going, well, damn. We can see where the hate was coming from. We can see why Mike got so much hate. We can look at our parents and grandparents and our elders from both the white America and African America. We can look at both and go, y'all some hate ass motherfuckers. Because we get to see now, like, this is the effect that he had on people. This is the impact that he had on people. This is the influence that he had on people. Oh shit, this is new babies, teenagers, seeing some shit that their top 5, top 10 R&B singers and rappers today, they're not doing it. You feel me? Like, they're not doing that. Feel me? I'm not passing out to see Drake. I'm not passing out. I'm not holding my forehead to see The Weeknd or Usher. I'm not passing out. Feel me? It's not happening. It's not. Feel me? I understand there's girls out there, super fans, super fans, scream, yell, sweat, tears. But are we really making bitches pass out today in this day and age? Are we really making women pass the fuck out? Unconscious. Nah, we're not doing that. This is what the Gen Z get to motherfucking see and witness. So they can call it what it is. They can call it a spade a spade. Well, you motherfuckers wasn't him. That's the hate. That's the general hate. You motherfuckers was not him. Y'all are not him. You're not him, bro. Bro is him. Bro is him. No, you're not him, bro. They don't even want to say the name no more. They just want to say him. He is him. That is him. He is him. He made sure he was him. Bro is him. Bro know he him. Who's him? Who's him? Come on, nigga. It's niggas. It's niggas. It's niggas, bro. This is why white Americans should not appropriate niggerdom. White Americans should not appropriate niggerdom. White American culture should not appropriate Black American culture, African American culture, because I'm gonna be the most jobbiest, funky, groovy, hip, ebonic, swaggerific, stylish nigga out of the niggas of niggerdom to tell you African American culture, Negro culture is not cooler. It's not cooler than white American culture. It's not hotter than white American culture. They can feel what they want to feel, right? They can feel, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. What African Americans do is what makes African Americans African Americans. What white people do, what white Americans do, Caucasian people, however you like to call yourselves, what y'all like to do is what makes y'all y'all. And you're supposed to appreciate it for what it is. You know the show, you know the talk show with Cam Honemaze, It Is What It Is. You're supposed to be at that level of awareness where your coolness is what it's supposed to be. How cool, you know, everybody wants to be friends with the cool white person. Why? Why? Everybody wants to be surrounded by the cool white people. Why? Why? They want to hurt their fucking ancestors' feelings by saying, we want to be around the white. We want to be around white. They can't just go and tell their group of Negro friends. We want to be around not any white person. We want to be around the cool white person. Why? Because the cool white person is always cooler than thou. Right? But you guys are not going to get the fucking Dave Chappelle award for being cooler than thou. Right? No. No, you're not gonna get the out and open embracement for being cooler than thou. You're gonna get the subtle. You're gonna get the subtle. Yeah, he's good. He's fine. Right? Now, of course, that's good enough for any Negro coming from the struggles and the suffering and the oppression that we come from. That's good for any Negro. Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much validation. But every Negro is not the same, especially if you're a Negro and you of a mixed or biracial background where, you know, Negroes are not gonna like fathom that you just can't do whatever you want to do or, you know, be what you want to be or do what you want to do with any white person when some Negroes is bloodly related to some white people. So they have a more thorough understanding of why you can get the shit smacked out of you. You know what I'm saying? Why you can get talked to crazy. Why you can get, you know what I'm saying? You can get banged on crazy. Feel me? For thinking that they don't have blood relations with some Negroes. That they're not bloodly related with some Negroes. Look at the fucking Drake experience, the Drake effect. Nobody really gets to see Drake go through his fucking emotional turmoil with his mother being white. His mom is white. So now he don't really know if niggas feel like they get the sleight of hand on him. He got the sleight of hand. They got the sleight of hand on his eyes because his mom is white. And the white Americans don't really treat him fully white because he's not fully white. You feel me? So he got to just be in the middle and just deal with it and enjoy what he enjoyed from white people and enjoy what he can enjoy from African American people and take the little that he can get. I'm here to tell him and anybody else, fuck that shit, nigga. Fuck that shit. Right? And that comes from me looking at Michael Jackson and saying, like, nigga, you a Negro. You a whole Negro, but your appearance is white. So you basically a chameleon. I'm a Negro. My whole appearance is a Negro, and it's forever gonna be a Negro, but I'm not ashamed of the family I come from. I'm not ashamed at all. Like, at all, nigga. At all, nigga. At all, nigga. If it's fuck my grandma, it's fuck your grandma twice. Double the times, nigga. Like that. It's like that, nigga. It's like that. To me, I don't need, and this goes for the both of us, me and Drake included. This goes for motherfucking appeasing you because they don't want to be seen in a certain way. They don't want to be seen like, nah, we not like that. It's all love. It's all kids. We all one race. We all one family. Nah. If you a white person, if you're a Caucasian person, whether you're a male or female, and you know you have a offspring, a son or a daughter who is a Negro, or a grandchild who is a Negro, understand that their whole position in time in life is for them to be like, nah, no. That's the whole point of them. The whole point of their experience, of their purpose, of their speech, is for them to be the ones to stand in front of you and say, no, we ain't you, nigga. We not the same, nigga. Know your place, nigga. Don't appease me, nigga. Because you want to look good for the camera. You want to get that sponsorship deal. You want to get that endorsement deal. You want to get that cosign. You want to be friends with the cooler than thous. You want to know who the cooler than thous are. You want to know, that person with the hookup and that person with the hookup. You don't want to be gangster 24/7. You don't want to be tough 24/7. So now you appeasing the nigga with the mixed heritage biracial background because you want an in, and that's all he is to these niggas. That's all he is to these niggas is an in. He's just an in. Nah, nigga, stand on that, nigga. Stand on that, nigga. Stand on that. Because they not even Michael Jackson's experience. Nigga, they not appearing white. They not a Negro appearing white. Stand on it. Stand on that shit. They not really your friend without feeling a way towards your parent or your grandparent. So you gotta stand on them niggas. Stand on them niggas next. It sounds fearing, doesn't it? It sounds fearing, doesn't it? Because you ask a black man, what would you do to protect your parent or your grandparent? And they just as brown and just as dark as you. What would you do, right? When you go out into the streets, your mom don't look like your mom. She look like she adopted you or something. Or you just are like, you tagging along with a family's friend, with a friend of a family. But that's really your blood. That's your blood, nigga. That's your blood, nigga. That's your blood, nigga. This is the type of speech you don't hear from professionals in the music industry, from any entertainers and athletes in film. You don't hear them speak about this. But it needs to be spoken about. It needs to be applauded. Because at the end of the day, how often do we see, Negroes who come from biracial backgrounds who, are despised because they're a Negro and their ancestor, their descendant is a white woman, is a white male. They taken care of, motherfucker. They treated just like family. They just as much family as if that white person had a white child or a white offspring. So it's like, who the fuck are y'all? Who the fuck are y'all, one, and who the fuck are y'all to have the audacity to then try and play reverse psychology Like, all right, we gotta accept it, we gotta respect it. So we just gonna be, you know, we gonna be right hands all of a sudden. Like, nah, nigga, nah, nah, not at all, not at all. And this is just my philosophy on what should be taught to motherfuckers like Drake, motherfuckers like J. Cole, you know, Serena Williams' children, motherfuckers like I don't know. I don't really keep up with too many biracial backgrounded profiles and identities and celebrities and names and brand names. But what I will say from my own experience with grandparents who are still alive today, growing up and watching them be who they are together, right? Through the times of Jim Crow, all the way through today, from today to today. I'm not tolerating no bullshit. I'm not tolerating no bullshit. I'm not tolerating motherfuckers wanting to be your friend because they think that you the way in to what? What am I the way into? I didn't learn from Drake's story. We seen Drake's story. Every white person, every white child, every white teenager, whatever you want, white American is screaming, you know, certified lover boy, certified pedophile, wow, 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 wow. They all on Kendrick nuts. They all riding his nuts. And I mean, Drake gotta be convicted to me. He gotta be a convicted pedophile for me. I'm sorry, but it gotta be proven without a doubt. Motherfucking, they gotta raid his shit and be like, yo, we found this and we found that, we found this. For me, for my satisfaction. But on the same hand, on the other side of the coin, nobody gets to see why he gets attacked the way he gets attacked. Oh, he's still this and he's still that and he's still this. Who isn't stealing? Who isn't stealing? You think white people are not the only thieves, bro? Niggas is thieves. African Americans, black people are thieves. Call a spade a spade. That's the point. That child, that little biracial child is gonna call a spade a spade. Who you think gonna be the first one to get aggy, get a little irritated? Because you Caucasian, you supposed to be the scapegoat to everything. You supposed to be the scapegoat. Now, I got a blood cousin that's white. We don't look related, but we related. You think I'm not gonna put that white person on and just smoke this nigga? You think I'm gonna smoke this nigga? He think that we not related, but we related. I'm gonna smoke this nigga. Cause he think I'm not supposed to be putting you on game. I'm gonna smoke this whole group of niggas. Cause they think I'm not supposed to be putting you on game. They look at me like I'm a sellout. This blood, nigga. This straight blood. Grew up together. Fuck you mean? You gotta stand on that shit. Michael Jackson he wasn't white blooded, but you know what I mean? We got Drake. Drake is the next motherfucker. He's not the next Michael Jackson. Drake, stop it. But Drake is that success story of the actual motherfucker who have the white grandma. Michael Jackson didn't have no fucking no, white grandma, white mom. If he had a white mom, he had a white grandma too. Duh. Michael Jackson didn't have no fucking white grandmama, but his appearance is white. So now you have to, by science and the scientific method, you have to study and watch the general reaction of white America from Michael Jackson to Drake. And they flipped on both. At one point in time, they was laughing at him. They was joking about him. They was talking behind his back. 1 minute, Drake is this, Mike was this, and next minute they laughable at. Maybe because they not standing how they supposed to. Maybe because they not standing how they supposed to stand with their appearance and where they coming from. Maybe this was supposed to be Drake's message coming up. This is supposed to be his message, nigga. I don't care about my mom being this and this and the third, nigga. I will break you niggas down. I will break you. That's your message, nigga. You supposed to break these niggas down. Because if you had a sibling, nigga, if your mom's had two baby daddies, she had a white baby daddy and a Negro baby daddy, you was the offspring of the Negro, and you had some brothers, half brothers and sisters, Come on, bro. We all watch House of Dragon, nigga. We know what blood mean, nigga. Blood is blood, nigga. You ain't riding no dragon if you're not of the blood. Ain't nothing racial about this. Ain't nothing racial about this. Ain't nothing spooky about this. Ain't nothing taboo about this. Ain't nothing motherfucking offsetting or irritable about this. Ain't nothing unpolitical about this. Everything about this message is politically correct. Everything about it is politically correct. Because at the end of the day, on God's green earth, every species, every creature you see in nature, they do not look alike. They do not perform the same functions. So if you are a Negro and you have a problem with those who come from biracial backgrounds knowing how to distinguish your insecurities and your inadequacies, right? To only be increasing the understanding and the comprehension of somebody that you looking at as somebody somebody that would have whipped your grandma or your grandpa. Oh well, nigga. Oh well. Oh well, nigga. Oh the fuck well. Oh well. Oh well, nigga. That's what the fuck they was born to do. Nonchalantly cosmos. Chalk it up to God.
I'm not just saying this because you know, we on the live and we doing some great things, raising a lot of money for the healthcare workers. Can I get my chair? Because this is serious, though. This is big right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, get some water. Round of applause for Drake, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Hey. Let's go. Okay. So this is something I wanted to say to you. Very, very important. I've been a studier of music, science, art, mathematician, the actual numbers and codes that goes into it. And so when they talk about the top 5, all of those cats got a special code, you know? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I couldn't even, I didn't.